Obviously, you needed that win in the worst way possible, but what did you see from your team overall today?
Well, I liked the way we played. We played with good confidence. We made some plays. I really liked our breakouts. We lost our D. One of our D men early in the game, Stanley, played only two minutes. Got kicked out after a fight, and so we had to manage with 5D all game long. I thought we did a real good job. They scored two quick in the second period, and I thought we stayed composed. I really liked our bench. We stuck to the plan, and we had great chances in the third period. I thought overall we played a solid game.
Danny Monahan obviously is a fantastic story off the ice. Comes in, contributes in his first game with you guys. First AHL goal. What did you see from him? And how nice a story is it for him to get a reward in his first AHL game with the Moose?
Yeah, he's. So we have people working for the team, and they're looking at different players, and they had him pretty high on their list, and it's pretty amazing for a guy that didn't play at all last year and to come here. He doesn't know anyone on the team. Usually you know one or two guys. He didn't know anyone. Completely new system, and for him, and he plays usually in the middle. Played him on the wing today, so a lot of adversity for him, but our guys did a good job at talking to him, and he did a good job himself at taking advantage of that chance. So it's he had a good first game, so we're going to give him more looks.
Speaking of first games, David Gustafson finally gets healthy enough to get into the lineup. Had a couple of chances tonight. What did you block some shots? What did you see from him overall?
Oh, he plays a 200-foot game. He's I understand why. You speak to the coaches that had him in the past, and you understand why they're raving about him. He's just sound defensively. He's a big body. Thought he was skating really well tonight. Won some big face-offs for us, and you know what? We used him on the PK power play 5-on-5 against their top line. He's 19 years old, and for him to adjust right away, his first game after being out for such a long time. Pretty impressive.
Eventually, is a plan to maybe give him more offensive reps? I know that obviously, as you said, it's an adjustment for him, but do you think there's a time in the near future where we could have him on could see him on the first power play unit or in the first line?
I don't know if we have a first line or first power play. I really don't, depending on the scoring chances. I thought that line was pretty good tonight. I think he played over 17 minutes. My goal was to play him 15 and above tonight for his first game. Mm-hmm. But he's, you know what, I think you look at CJC, he's a left center, Spacek, he's a right center. Right. Then you have Gus as a lefty, and then Mizey as a righty. So we have a nice balance there. Sure. And I think if we keep him with Lippon and McKenzie, they're going to have their scoring chances for. He had two great scoring chances in the third period. So I think he's going to see some offense. But keep in mind that we're developing a player for the Jets, and I don't think he'll play above Shives and Patrick Laine on the power play. Right. So we'll have to, but we want to give him that confidence. Right. We want to give him some reps, and we want to build his confidence offensively. That's for sure. So he's going to see some power play.
Just for a point of clarification, Logan was ejected there in the first period. Were you disappointed that it happened, given that that's a rule that should be known, or what was the situation there with that?
Well, I thought myself that the puck was dropped and then the play was on. They didn't see it that way.
Sure.
So it happened. Learning curve, learning experience. So we'll know more in the future.
CJC's, he's again on a little point stretch here. He's got 6 points last 8 games. He's really filling in well with Vestline and Griffith. He scores that game-winning goal there in front of the net. He's got a bulk of his offense in those type of areas. That must be great for you to see, considering the way that he's progressed. No?
Well, he's really strong in front of the net, and he goes there, and that's where he scores his goals. 5-on-5 power play, strong stick, very strong on his feet. To box people out and gain position in front of the net. and he works extremely hard. He's a low maintenance guy, very low maintenance. There's never any issues with CJ. Practices and games, he's you know what to expect. And for him, every time he gets rewarded, not only the coaches but the whole bench are happy for him.
One last question for me. How do you think Leon Gavanka has done over his last couple of games? He's had more and more usage, obviously, and has really taken on a big role in the power play and penalty kill and whatnot. What have you seen from him?
Well, I think he passes the puck extremely well. For him, we're giving him as much as he can handle, and sometimes maybe a bit too much. But I think it's gonna be good for him in the long time. I think his next summer is going to be huge for him. His training has to be very specific. He needs to get stronger, but his mind and his reads, his vision, his ability to make a first pass hard on the tape, he's a real good prospect for us.
Did you get an explanation on the empty net for Seth Griffith? Because, I mean, it would appear that it would have been an automatic goal. Obviously, they ruled it a penalty. So did you get an explanation on that?
Yeah, they said they were side by side, and it was if he's not behind the player, if they're side by side, they can call a penalty. And that's what they saw, and that's what they called.
Not necessarily Moose related, but Jansen Harkins over in St. Louis scores his first NHL goal, actually first multi-point game. I mean, obviously take a lot of pride in the way he's been able to develop as a prospect. So what do you think about him getting his first
That's
goal?
awesome. I'm really happy for him. I saw the goal, actually, a great shot. You know what, he's been improving since day one he was here, and he plays. I was talking to Cameron Schilling, and I was asking how was Harks doing with the big boys, and he said he practices with confidence. He's moving his feet. He fits really well, and when I look at the games, he looks like an NHL player. He's physically strong. He's skating well, and we know he can shoot the puck and pass the puck. So, really happy for him.